All right, this is everything you need to know about the biggest opportunities for crypto airdrops today. So I'm going to start off by talking about NOSTRA Finance, and this is within the StarkNet ecosystem. They just announced a new incentive structure where if you provide liquidity to one of these two pools on NOSTRA Finance with the Stark token and ETH or Stark and USDC, then they are paying 25% APR in Stark tokens. But this is only going to be for the first $5 million deposited into each pool. Now, this is a great opportunity because Nostra Finance has a point system on, and they're definitely going to be dropping their own token. But then also, in exchange for providing liquidity, you can earn 25% APR from this bonus, but there's actually additional incentives. So if we go over here to the Nostra Pools page, you can see that, for example, if I was to make a deposit into the Stark USDC pool, it's paying a 42.3% APR, which is boosted by 25% Stark rewards from Nostra. Then there's the DeFi Spring Stark rewards of 6.55%, and then there's the actual basic swap fees of 10.76%. So in total, this is a massive APR that you can get while simultaneously earning points for the Nostra Finance airdrop. So this is a great Lego because you get high yield and you get an airdrop. Now, in terms of the actual StarkNet DeFi Spring, one thing I was noticing is that you can collect points, experience points from this Interact campaign, but it looks like the Stark tokens that you can earn from these quests are not actually paid out by Interact, unless I've got this wrong. But it looks like Nostra Finance, for example, is paying out the DeFi Spring Stark rewards for this quest right here. So realistically, there's actually no point in completing these social tasks on Interact. All that you need to do to earn the main reward from this, which is the Stark tokens, at this point, who cares about the XP from Interact? So you can earn the Stark tokens just by actually going directly to the application and making a deposit into the liquidity pool here. So yes, I just made a deposit into this LP with one of my StarkNet wallets. Actually not the Stark USDC, but I made a deposit into the Stark ETH pool here. And I had already sold more than half of my Stark token airdrop, and I was sort of dollar cost averaging out of the position, but then I figured I might as well take what I have left and ape it into this to earn some points for the Nostra Finance airdrop, and this is really an attractive yield. So that is what I just did, and there's still definitely an opportunity to participate in this because the deposit caps for both of these are nowhere near 5 million. All right, next up, let's talk about the degen-based airdrop for Pyth stakers. So there was a snapshot, a second snapshot, an updated one that was taken yesterday, February 22nd. So previously, if you weren't eligible or if you hadn't yet linked your Ethereum or EVM wallet to your Pyth staking wallet, then now you can go and check your eligibility once more. So the link is airdrop.degenbase.trade. Obviously, I'll throw it down below, and you can go and check your eligibility here. But the token is not actually live yet for claiming. That is still to come. All right, next up, there was a post from mute.io, which is a decentralized exchange that you can currently use to swap and provide liquidity on ZK Sync. And this was on my list of airdrop targets. I've definitely mentioned it before on the channel. And today they hinted that something is happening on February 29th. I didn't actually realize it was a leap year this year until I saw this post and checked a calendar because I thought maybe they were trolling. But yes, it's very, very possible that the mute.io token is going to be dropping at the end of this month, so 1 week from now. All right, let's move now to the topic of NFTs with Magic Eden. So they posted this saying that ETH OGs are going to be able to claim retroactive diamonds for the Magic Eden airdrop on March 13th. Now, we don't know exactly what the qualifications or the criteria for this are going to be, but I assume that if you traded NFTs on Ethereum mainnet at some point in the past, especially during sort of the NFT boom in 2020, 2021, then you're probably going to be eligible for some diamonds. They're trying to pull users from other NFT exchanges, obviously like OpenSea, Blur, etc., and get them over to Magic Eden. So stay tuned for more intel on that. All right, next up, I wanted to talk briefly about Drift Protocol. So this is more or less a trading application on the Solana network. You can also use it to provide liquidity and to earn yield on some different assets. I did a tutorial on this one, and they have their points system dropping. Now, basically, the TLDR of this is that they're really rewarding people that are active traders. So me personally, I don't really have time for that, and I've never been much of a trader, so the Drift protocol airdrop is not really going to be a good one for me. And I had provided some assets to the platform, loaned them, and was getting some yield on those, but it doesn't really look like you get much in the way of points for doing that. They are really heavily focused towards traders. So if you were trying to farm this airdrop, really you should be focusing on actually trading and trying to move volume. And you don't get many points actually. One of the guys from my Discord was saying that they're giving 1 point for 1K trading volume, which I agree is very stingy, Marv. It definitely is. So me personally, I'm going to be fading this one from this point forward. Ain't nobody got time for that. But if you are an active trader, it could be a good opportunity because I feel like a lot of people are going to be like me. And so if you're actually moving volume, there's probably a good chance that you can actually move up the leaderboard pretty quickly. All right, next up, let's talk about the Particle Network Launchpad. Previously on this channel, I showed you how to mint the ally inscriptions, which you could have ended up actually selling for a lot more than you paid to mint the inscriptions. And now, if you still hold those inscriptions, and there's a marketplace where you can buy and sell them here on this website, but if you still hold the inscriptions, you can use them to try to participate in these new token launches. So previously there was the Merlin chain, and now they're launching the Capybara crew. Now, in order to get a larger allocation for this, there's 3 things that you can do. You can invite people, but you can also stake your ally inscriptions, or you can actually just be an ally OG. So even if you minted some of these inscriptions and then sold them immediately, you can still actually participate in this launch pad. Now, I'm not actually endorsing this token, which is a tokenized version of an NFT collection with the new token standard ERC 404. It's on the Ethereum mainnet, so it could be quite expensive. And honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen with this. It kind of seems like it'll be a meme coin. But if you are interested in participating, I wanted to bring this to your attention, especially if you have those ally inscriptions. And also, I should actually remind you that if you minted these ally inscriptions with me on the channel and you completely forgot about it and you don't even want to hold them or participate in this launchpad, you can go and sell them right now. And you can get about $60 if you minted 100,000 of these inscriptions. Each one, which comes in a set of 1,000, is now selling for about 60 cents. So it's a pretty good deal. And if you want to just get rid of them, then you can take that and use it as gas money to keep farming other airdrops. And the last bit of airdrop alpha that I wanted to talk about today is about the Parcel application, which is a way that you can trade real estate on the Solana network. So I've talked about this in a previous video. I did a full tutorial on it, and I've been seeing lots of threads of people on Twitter talking about farming this airdrop. So I just wanted to clarify what I think is actually the best approach. And the main ways that you earn points are by providing liquidity for 4 points per dollar per day, or by opening up trades. Of course, you can also refer friends, and they have these NFT collections called HOA NFTs that you can purchase to get 20% boosts by holding those NFTs. However, they're super, super expensive. The floor price of them right now is 17 SOL, so most people will probably never be able to actually buy that. But in my experience, I have tried out LP and actually trading, and I do think that trading with a leverage position is the best way to earn points quickly, because if you provide liquidity, you get 4 points per dollar per day, which is great. But the 2 points per dollar per day for opening a trade is actually multiplied by the leverage. So if you use 5x leverage, then that becomes 10 points per dollar per day instead of 2. So if you deploy a trade with leverage, then you can earn significantly more points than if you provide liquidity. Of course, there are risks associated with that, but none of these real estate markets are moving in price very quickly. And while you can't put on a completely delta neutral trade anymore where you go long and short on the same market, you can go long one market and short another market that you think is going to be correlated in price and try to hedge your risk that way. But if you still want to farm the Parcel airdrop, then I do think that using the leverage trade strategy is the best way to earn points quickly. Although again, I can't stress this enough, there are risks associated with that. If you just provide liquidity, that's a pretty basic way, but you also have to lock up your funds for 30 days if you do that. So I'm gonna put a link to this tweet down here from Vex. I think he's got a pretty good take here, and he goes into much more detail on exactly how you can maximize your points. But like he said in the tweet right here, basically what it boils down to is if you use leverage, you can earn significantly more points than if you don't. So that's it for today's airdrop alpha. Hopefully you found this useful as always, and I'll be back more with soon. Have a great day.